guys, my name is Sandra and today we're going to do a creative short in Gelli Printing. So our fundamental thing is to have a jelly plate. So these are the jelly plates. This one I bought online. You can even make your own using gelatine, but if you are vegetarian like myself, then the online ones I know don't contain any animal products. So that's what we need. We also need some acrylic paints, a roller, and possibly a few textures. If you wanted to texture your print, then we'll have a look at doing some textures. So let's get started. Now what you want to do is you want to just squirt some acrylic paint onto the jelly plate. It needs to be tiny amount. There is lots of different things that you can print with. Sometimes I use block printing ink, but I know the majority of people use acrylic paints. So we've got white down, and I'm just going to go with a little bit of yellow. And we're going to blend on the plate itself. So a tiny bit of yellow and a tiny bit of blue. Okay, so then we're going to roll this on and let's see what we get. So roll back and forth. So we get ourselves a nice green, but within that green there is sort of subtleties of blue, subtleties of yellow, and just go quite gentle. I'm going to do two versions of this print. I'm sure there is lots of versions, but our first one, I'm going to kind of just do a background. So I'm going to take this tissue paper and I'm just going to squash that down so hopefully you can see this. It produces a really lovely marbled effect, and it's actually lifted some of the paint off. Okay, so that's my first job. My second job is to create a jig. So let's just take this off, and I'm just going to get a jig. And what I mean by a jig is that we want to kind of get that in the middle, and if we kind of print in layers, we need to understand where this jelly plate sits so we don't go too much offline. So that's my jig. Then I'm going to print a background. Stand up. Place that over the top. Rub with your fingers. Lovely. And I get myself a nice background to put my leaves on. Okay, so we have got a background one. What we could also do is we could start with kind of blocking out and putting the leaves on straight away. So I'm going to do the same operation, which you'll see. Blue, yellow, to make green, and white. You can use any colour with this. I'm just sticking to the traditional, but you can go any colour. You could even leave it like this, so you have a much more textured effect. In fact, I will leave it there, that's quite nice. Just go the other way. And this time what I'm going to do, instead of kind of creating a background, I'm going to put the leaf on straight away. So what have we got here? So I'm just going to put this on here and try and create a nice composition. up here. Lay the paper down. And give it a really, really good press. And hopefully something has worked. Okay, beautiful. So we have almost like a silhouette, which is really nice. Then what we can do is we can take these leaves off, like this. And we can print again. This tends to be my favourite one. Oh, that's lovely. So we can see the shape of the leaves coming through. That's given a really nice texture. And I don't think there's anything left on here. But if there was, you could go back over with this, line this up, and press again. Depends how much ink you put on in the first place. Yeah, there's not too much texture on there. So that is what we have so far. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go in with a brighter colour this time. Okay, so I'm going to take blue, and just blue only. So we've got like a 5p piece. I'm not going to worry about washing my roller. That green will be fine. But it's darker than my original. So possibly you might want to work from light to dark. And then for this background one, I could just take this really big leaf. Should I, or should I take this one? This one seems nicer, although it's a little bit too soft. But what we want to do is we want to press those veins in. Just needs drying out a little bit, I think. But anyway, we press this down like that. And then with the jig, because it's actually on the jig, and we match the corners top to top, side to side, it will be somewhere near. So what we have is where the background once was, we now have the leaf shape, and we have this lovely background. And then if we take this leaf off and we print again, this is going to be a nice one. And we peel up. Then we have a beautiful, which is the best one, a beautiful leaf shape. So we've created in a matter of minutes 4 leaf inspired prints, which I think are beautiful and can be framed and put on the wall.